muy fácil. No more heroes. Easy. No more heroes.
Okay, so I was about 13, 14 years old, I think. And I used to go around a lot through shopping centers, looking for video game stores and so, looking for all the latest video games. And my parents were Jehovah's Witnesses. I was one of them as well. And of course, I was completely banned from playing games like this, you know, or games like GTA or Tekken, like fighting games or so. That was completely prohibited. And I don't know, there was just something about No More Heroes that the very moment I saw it, like, actually, I have it right here. The moment I saw this, like, the moment I saw, like, this guy with these sunglasses and this jacket and this lightsaber and this hot chick next to him, I was like, that's making me throw something inside me, you know? That's making me feel like it's gold. It's pure gold.
La década de los 2000, con Crash Bandicoot, con los juegos de Lego y con ciertos juegos de Grasshopper que necesitan un remake o un remaster por lo menos.
I didn't have any money back then because I was just a kid, and it was the kind of game that I knew that my parents wouldn't let me play, so at first I kind of forgot about it, but I started looking for gameplays on YouTube, and I really loved this story, and I ended up watching the whole gameplay with all the side missions and all these temporal jobs, like mowing the lawn, so like everything from start to end, and I got obsessed over this game. So yeah, then after that, I wasn't brave enough to buy the game because of what my parents might tell me. But when I think it was a year or two later, I got to see No More Heroes 2 in a video store, and I was like, this time I'm gonna do it. And I bought the game, I played it, hiding it from my parents. They didn't know I was playing this very violent, very gory and bloody game, and I enjoyed every single bit of it. So this picture was from the show that I was making, okay? That was a No More Heroes ripoff, and as you can see, my character was basically a Travis ripoff. Like, I was trying so fucking hard to be him. I mean, I even created my own beam katana. I was pretty happy with my beam katana, to be honest. A ver si tengo alguno más. Es que tengo muchos. Pero es que son todos de rodaje, tío. Pero no veo fotos mías así de disfrazado a lo Travis. Esta, por ejemplo, también puede estar curiosa. I feel so ashamed to show this picture, alright? But it's just so that you can see I was constantly trying new techniques to perfect my heart. Vale, voy a empezar otra vez. I'm so ashamed to show you this picture, okay? But it's just so that you guys can see that I was like constantly trying new techniques to perfect my style, to have my perfectly Travis touchdown hair, because I just wanted to be him like so fucking hard.
Hay muy pocas posibilidades de que ocurra, pero Quentin Tarantino.
Okay, so this is like my No More Heroes ripoff show, alright? This is actually an updated version that I did like years later and so with better VFX, but the footage is the same basically.
Me frustra porque este pica muchísimo y no me gusta el picante, pero es que el diseño es la polla.
Mi primera conversación empezó con un hello there. Hello there, my name's Ruben. I love your work, especially the last one in No More Heroes 3. The designs were insane. Ese fue mi primer mensaje a Takuma. Respondió, thank you for such a kind message. I actually knew your work by tweeting too. Esto, tío, o sea, when he told me that he actually knew my work, I was like, what the actual fuck? Like, are you for real right now? Like, I knew his work, he knew my work, I was influenced by his work, he was influenced by my work. It was like,
sometimes when speaking with Takuma, we have sent each other pictures to see what the other side of the world looks like. I personally love every single picture that he has sent me from his place, from Tokyo in Japan. And he said from the pictures that I've sent him that this looks kind of exotic to him, but honestly, it looks boring as fuck to me. I want to go to Japan, honestly.
so for Pistol Jakuza, I mean, at first it was just gonna be like some kind of joke, you know? It was gonna be just this really quick 30-second long ad that would appear in the Grasshopper Direct just to troll fans a little bit. The idea originally was from SUDA. He told us about this Pistol Jakuza concept and how he wanted some guy dressing like, you know, Reservoir Dogs in a black suit with white shirt. And they gave us like the main concept. We discussed a few ideas. We discussed shotgun Yakuza instead of pistol Yakuza.
We should have shotguns with this kind of deal.
But then we stayed with Pistol Yakuza. And after they gave me this concept, I wrote the script, I did a storyboard. You can see like the first shots with the radio, the cat, me full of blood, sitting like, which was the sentence that I started with? It was everything I had, I think. It was the only thing I had. The only thing that she left me. And now I have no girl, no cat, no kitsana, no honor. What do I have? The way I work with when making this kind of videos is first of all I make the montage just with the raw footage, using the footage as it was recorded and the space clip. Then I started working over that. I started adding layers, so I added some effects. For example, in this shot, I changed the background. I added like some kind of light ray coming out of the window. It's very subtle, but it's there and it kind of adds to the scene as well. Then I started working on the color and the overlays and some kind of details. In this project, for example, had like this kind of well, the subtitles are not needed, but this YouTube filter, you know, I was pretty happy with the YouTube filter because there was a lot of people, like both in the comments and in person, told me that they tried like to skip it. And there was once actually that I showed the video to a friend here, right here, and he saw me open the video file. He saw that it was a video and he saw me put it on full screen, but still when this appeared, he was like, he instantly took the mouse and tried to skip it, and I just couldn't stop laughing.
Mis principales influencias, aparte de SUDA51, diría Quentin Tarantino, Mike Diva, Alberto Mielgo.
The second Pistol Yakuza trailer wasn't planned at all. Like, we made the first one, that was gonna be it. They already announced the second Grasshopper Direct, and we didn't discuss any kind of ideas or anything, so that was it. But I was at the games event promoting the Cyberman, the video game that I was working on back then, and at this video games event, someone reached me out and was like, "Hey, you're the Pistol Yakuza guy," and I was like, "What the fuck?" But not only because, I mean, for me, Pistol Jakuza, it wasn't like that huge thing, you know? It was this thing that I made for them, but I didn't consider that it was a popular thing or nothing like that. But I was really hyped because somebody recognized me for this. And actually, that day, I was like wearing braids, you know, and a hat and stuff. I was looking like really differently, but still they recognized me, which completely blew my mind. And I instantly wrote Takuma, and I sent him a picture of how I was looking like, and he told me, "Yo, what the fuck? Someone recognized you." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, now I'm hyped for this. We gotta do something else, dude." And he was like, "Yeah, we gotta do something else." And we start rushing everything again, a new script, new storyboard, filming everything to get everything done super quick for the next Grasshopper direct. Like, it was something completely improvised. This is one of the many locations where we filmed the second trailer for Pixel Jakuza. Right here is when the girl is grabbing the guy's arms and she's like, "Your tattoos are gone." This is the corner where the girl from the second trailer and the protagonist, the Pixel Jakuza, stumble across each other. Right here in this corner. I want to show you like the neons and the colors because they're really pretty, but you know, it's Saturday night, it's overcrowded, so fuck it, let's get the fuck out of here. Right, so you can see that building over there. That building is the building where the protagonist in the second trailer of Pixel Jakuza is staring at the end with a hint of flowers and rain. I wrote the script thinking about these specific places that I've shown you. Why? I don't know. I like them, I wanted to film there, and that's what I did. It's really funny, you know, because in this trailer I included at the end like this hint to flowers, sun and rain. And these scenes were actually in the script and the storyboard, like the scene smelling the flower and looking at the sun and then standing under the rain. And no one noticed that there was a reference to flower, sun and rain. Not the guys of Grasshopper, not even Takuma. And I didn't say anything. I had moments of panic where I was feeling like, what if this is wrong? What if they get mad at me because I'm doing this, you know? But then the trailer released and the people really liked that hint to flower, sun and rain, you know, like fans want it back and so. And Takuma wrote to me like, "Yo, what the fuck? I didn't realize that this was about flower, sun and rain, you know?" I just fucking love working with Grasshopper because, I mean, they're the best company I've ever worked with. Like, zero artistic limitations. And, I don't know, the treatment, everything is super nice the whole time. Like, everything's a dream, you know, and I love what they do. And I know what I have to do when I'm working with them because I know this style, because my style is influenced by what they have done. So it's like, it's perfect. It's so fucking perfect, you know? And I love working with them, honestly. This is my reference library, okay? Like, every single time that I'm like, I need inspiration because I gotta create something and I need to create it now or whatever, and I need designs, whatever. I have here my Grasshopper library and it's perfect. I have this book, which is honestly one of the best pieces from my Grasshopper collection. It was a birthday gift, actually. And I fucking love this book because you have here like all the designs from older games, and this is like instant inspiration for me. You know, because Grasshopper have so many different games. They're all the same style, you know, like they're all Grasshopper, but at the same time they're all so different one from each other, and there's always a project that I can relate to the one I'm working on and that I need inspiration for. And having everything from these guys, like having this kind of super fucking top tier talent art is like, please keep doing this forever. Oh, this one is a very important piece because it's the erotica comic. Let's see, where is my favorite? Ah, here it is, my favorite page. You know it, right? I'm super happy that they actually included Travis in this comic because he's only in a couple of vignettes, but He looks so fucking badass in here. Vale. And Shinobu's in the back. Shinobu's right there. I love Shinobu. Actually, even my flatmates know that I love Shinobu. And one of my flatmates is an artist, and she gifted me a drawing of Shinobu.
Para mí Kill the Past significa un poco el universo de Grasshopper Manufacture. Significa un poco todo lo que SUDA ha construido de cero durante todos estos años. Y significa también un recordatorio de que si SUDA ha podido crear todo esto, ha podido sacarlo adelante, yo también puedo sacar mi propio Kill the Past adelante.
So for Romeo is a Dead Man, after making the two Pixel Yakuza trailers, I was like, of course, I love working with this guy, so I just wanted to keep on working with them. And Takuma told me that they were working on this new video game, this new IP, and that they were counting with me for making a couple of comic-style animations. And I was like, yes, I can't wait to start working on this, you know? But that was it for a couple of months, but then he reached me out again, he sent me like the files to work with, and they told me like the basic idea. They sent me the voice files so that I was able to move them along and to give the animations the length that I saw that could fit more or less for the game. So for example, for the speech bubble, you need 3 frames to go out, then 2 other frames to return to the scale, and you know that kind of stuff, though, that kind of indication. But besides that, they sent me a couple of reference videos that they had already created for this project, and I looked at them, I looked at the style, and I just tried to replicate it, to do something like that. He always includes this kind of comic style, you know, and I can tell that he's read a lot of comics. I mean, I've read a lot of comics, and I was born basically in the digital era, so I can only imagine just how many comics he must have read in his life. What do I like besides SUDA51 Grasshopper manufacturer? In, I would say, every single piece of media that I've created, say video games or movies or comics or whatever, I always include something related with Grasshopper. A sound effect, a visual, a concept, or a scene. There are always hints to this company because they have influenced me for so many years. Like everything they have ever done, every time that they release a new game, I'm like, they're like on release day, you know, like I want to play it, I want to know what's next, and I want to see what these guys are making, because everything that they make is so fucking cool.
En el parking del Radi, con una Socli, como si fueran pipas, se comen las tostis, saca el whisky, Chelly, un papel y un piti, no te hagas el longis, con todos los manguis, se comió unos monguis, se quedó totupi, lo dulce del barrio como el más y la puchi, la Jess y la Jolly.
Alright, so, like, this is Santa Destroy's flag, right? Like, you know it. Well, this is Dominican Republic's flag. I see what you did there, Suda. I see what you did there. Vale, ya hemos hecho la gilipollez. Ahora volvemos a la entrevista. ¿Dónde estamos?
Paradise Hotel 51 is very nice, my friends.